All right, some major news just dropped in the world of artificial intelligence. It's a move that gets right to the heart of a massive challenge. How in the world do you see inside the mind of an AI? Let's break down exactly what's happening.
So one of the top AI labs on the planet, OpenAI, just brought some serious new talent and tech in-house. Why? Well, they're trying to solve a huge problem, figuring out what's actually going on inside their most powerful models while they're learning. This is all about that critical quest for interpretability, trying to make these incredibly complex systems less of a total black box.
And here's the headline. OpenAI has officially acquired Neptune.ai. Now, this isn't just your standard business deal. Think of it as a really strategic move to beef up the very tools and infrastructure they need to push the absolute cutting edge of AI research forward. The whole point of this acquisition really is to get a much, much deeper look into how these giant frontier AI models actually learn. It's kind of like trying to get a super high-resolution map of an AI's brain while it's still being formed. So who exactly is Neptune? Well, they're a company that's laser-focused on a super-critical part of AI development, building the tools that researchers need to actually see and understand what's happening during the training process. You can almost think of them as providing a flight recorder for AI experiments, capturing every little thing that happens along the way. Basically, what Neptune's platform gives researchers is a command center, a dashboard for everything. It lets them track all their experiments, watch the training happen live, and get a feel for a model's behavior as it unfolds. This means they can compare, thousands of different training runs, analyze all the performance metrics, and spot problems almost instantly. It's a huge piece of the puzzle in what's called MLOps, or machine learning operations, which is all about making this whole process way more professional and scalable. And it's really important to get the context here, which is something called frontier research. We're not talking about your everyday AI. This is the really high-stakes scientific work of creating and just trying to understand the most powerful AI models that exist. The ones that are constantly blowing past the limits of what we thought was even possible. Okay, so why is this deal such a big deal? Well, it really boils down to three things: speed, insight, and just making better decisions during what is an incredibly complex AI training process. The workflow itself is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. So a researcher kicks off an experiment to train a new model. As it's training, Neptune's tools are feeding them a live view of all the key metrics. This lets the team analyze the model's behavior in real time, which leads directly to making smarter, faster decisions about what to tweak or where to go next. For OpenAI, the advantages here are crystal clear. They can speed up their research, squeeze more knowledge out of every single experiment, and seriously strengthen their internal tools. But honestly, the biggest win is just getting that expanded visibility, a clearer window into how these powerful, complex models actually learn and think. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Let's hear directly from the leaders at both companies. Their quotes really frame the whole strategic thinking behind this partnership. OpenAI's chief scientist, Jakub Pochaki, points out Neptune's speed and precision. But the key phrase here is integrate their tools deep into our training stack. See, this isn't about just using some off-the-shelf product. It's about weaving Neptune's tech into the very core of how OpenAI builds its future models, all for the sake of that crucial visibility. And then, on Neptune's side, you have the founder and CEO, Piotr Niedźwiedź. He nails their core belief: great tools empower great research. For his team, joining OpenAI is the ultimate chance to apply that philosophy at the biggest scale imaginable, directly influencing how the most advanced AI on the planet gets built. So what's next? Well, this acquisition really kicks off a new combined effort to basically define what the future of AI development tools is going to look like. Moving forward, these two teams are going to merge their expertise. Their shared mission is to build the next generation of AI training tools, combining Neptune's specialized, focused knowledge with OpenAI's massive scale and resources. And all of this leaves us with the one central question that this entire deal was trying to answer. As these artificial minds get exponentially more powerful and more complex, the challenge of truly understanding them just gets bigger and bigger. Figuring out how we can actually see what they're thinking isn't just a technical problem anymore. It's one of the most important questions for the entire future of AI.